Well, who'd have thunk it? The Rishi bounce is in full flight. A new poll from Opinion shows that Labour's lead has dropped 6 points from 27 to 16, whilst the Tories have gained 5 back. Keir Starmer's party now have the support of 44% of voters compared to 28% backing the Tories. This looks like the beginning of a recovery. But it doesn't stop there. A poll in today's Observer reveals that Sunak has overturned Labour's lead in terms of who voters trust most to manage the economy. 33% said they would prefer a Conservative government led by Rishi Sunak to manage the nation's finances, with only 29% choosing a Labour government led by Keir Starmer. Tory supporters are coming back too. Last week, only 41% of Conservative voters would choose a Tory government led by Liz Truss. Well, the latest poll shows that 88% now choose a government led by Rishi Sunak. And last but not least, Sunak's personal ratings are particularly noteworthy. A new poll by BMG shows more voters believe Sunak would make a better Prime Minister than Keir Starmer. All of this after less than a week in office. Poor old Liz Truss's honeymoon was a blink and you'll miss it affair. But I think it's likely that a feel-good factor around this new PM will be with us for weeks, if not months to come. Why? Because he's hit the ground running and sent out all of the right messages. Like this story in The Sun this week, that he's going to end woke policing, instructing officers to give up the Macarena and love-bombing protesters, and instead take up enforcing the law, ensuring that coppers police the streets, not tweets, and apprehending burglars, muggers and rapists rather than housewives on Facebook. And the Telegraph report that Sunak is going to go further in the war on woke by introducing laws that protect the status of biological women and female-only spaces, and enforcing the legal primacy of biology over gender, as well as clamping down on bonkers and highly inappropriate so-called sex education classes to our youngsters, telling them that they're in the wrong body because they like dressing up or they've had a bad day. Now, Sunak has also decided to skip the COP27 summit. Again, brilliant messaging. He's making it clear to the British people that his priority is the economic emergency in this country, that he hasn't got time to jump on a private jet and sip organic champagne with Bill Gates and Tony Blair, that he needs to be here, working hard night and day to tackle the national debt and especially inflation, which is at the root of the cost of living crisis. And his decision to cop out of COP27 is ideologically significant too, because it suggests that he's pushing back on the undebated, unproven and undemocratic net zero agenda, which threatens to decimate the economy and destroy our way of life, all whilst China, India, America and Brazil burn fossil fuels for fun. Of course, we've got to take care of the planet, and who doesn't want clean, sustainable renewables, and, of course, nuclear in the years ahead. On climate, my mind is open. It's clearly complex. But it's quite clear from this bold move of not attending COP27, which is annoying all the right people, that Sunak does not worship at the altar of climate change. Meanwhile, he has shown political courage by reinstalling the disgraced Home Secretary Suella Braverman just 6 days after her ignominious departure. Now, I'm a fan, but Suella Braverman is a bit of a loose cannon. She's made mistakes sending official messages via a private email address, unacceptable for a Home Secretary. And with allegations she may have shared politically sensitive documents in recent months, she appears to be leakier than the Titanic. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if her next move is to publish the nuclear codes on TikTok. But Sunak is not a stupid man. Why would he create a headache for himself by reappointing and today defending someone that many consider politically damaged goods? Because she's serious about tackling illegal immigration. That's why. And when it comes to voters' concerns alongside the NHS and the economy, Stopping people entering this country illegally, at the moment 1,000 a day, is at the top of the list. We are a tolerant and welcoming country, but will not tolerate or welcome people breaking the law, chucking their phones and identification in the sea as they make that perilous crossing and running for the hills on arrival. It's unsustainable, it's unedifying, and it's unacceptable. It's fantastic to have a Prime Minister that's willing to make an unpopular appointment by taking the view that policy trumps politics, and that if Braverman gets the job done in the Home Office, securing our borders and making the streets of Britain safe, she was worth the political baggage that accompanied her. I hope she stays. Meanwhile, international financial markets are warming to our new Prime Minister as well. The Sunak bounce has been replicated in the value of the pound, which is comfortably where it was before that ill-fated mini-budget, if not higher. Government borrowing has nosedived as well, and with unemployment historically low and inflation having likely peaked, partly thanks to falling energy prices, dare we dream that happier days lie ahead and that we've actually got a Prime Minister that's up to the job and can deliver for Britain? Plus, Sunak is a well-reported lockdown sceptic who stopped Christmas being cancelled last year, as reported by the Mail on Sunday, so we can hopefully rule out any ruinous COVID measures this winter. Christmas is safe with Santa Sunak. Ho, ho, ho. With everything he has said and done so far, our new PM has demonstrated he has two things: a smart political antenna and a backbone. It's early days and many things can go wrong, but I can't think of a stronger debut in recent political history. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but if he stays on this path, I think the sky's the limit. Far from dreading the next election, the Tories might start looking forward to it. And at this rate, it could come Sunak rather than later.